blue, I look cool. Make way for the gentle heart. Take me right in the dark. New class of art. Love like it or it. Like a load if you want it. Let's start it. Lock and load. Lock, lock and load. Lock and load. Lock and load. You know girls around the world be hating, wishing they were me. But you can only be me if you were me. For real though. Can't do anything. I love tamarines, black shades, black rings. I'ma cut diamond things, car boom, zoom, zoom. Ass on boom, boom. Girl make room soon. New bitch coming through. I'm a girl that rock with the fellas. No shade, all love the familiar. Got you.
Let's get started with what I'm feeling. It is like a lot of slew of emotions of just being around people who have possibly more experience, than you. Always been a thing where there's a fight for your position or a fight for a place in this world with your art. When everything is so, I want you guys to trust the route that is given to you. Even if that route seems like you shouldn't do it, meaning like not like anything dangerous or bad, but like, okay, others are doing it this way, so maybe you should too. No. You are meant to go against the grain so much where people are going to look at you like, well, why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? But I will always tell you, if an individual's not doing what you're doing or going where you're going, they can't tell you anything. It's only accept the help from people who's been where you are, who's going where you're going, or who've experienced something similar to what you're trying to do. Because what's the point of talking to people who've never tried to do anything in their lives that is scary or beyond the usual or the easier way that others, or the easier route that others are taking? The easy route, I don't want to call it the easy route, but the route that everyone else is taking, like people are following the train usually. And by having the energy you have, you're not going to follow the train, and people are usually not going to understand. Don't be alarmed if your vision is different from what it was 2-3 years ago, from like what you thought to what you think now. Meaning like maybe your career paths or what you want to do in your life have changed. And that's okay. We're not meant to be continuously doing the same thing, even though that may be an easier route or a route that others are following. Or find your voice. It's for a reason. A lot of us don't ever get that chance when we're really young, like when we're teenagers, to kind of figure out what we want and to go that, consistent direction our entire lives. Not everyone's meant to do that, and not everyone has the resources or ability to do that. Okay? And that's okay. There will always be haters or people who come into your life to kind of, from their expertise or from their perception or experience, label you or put you in a spot that they feel is where you are meant to be. But the only person who is able to put you in any spot, any position that is meant for you is the spirit team, the people who are not really working in this human condition, the imperfect human condition. So always know that your spot is where it's going to be, and the artistry of what you're doing will be, because everyone has their own tone or their own way of creating or doing something. Even though a million people could be doing the same thing you're doing or attempting to do the same thing you're doing, but it doesn't mean that your artwork or what you're doing is not as important as others who's been doing it 20, 30, 40 years. That's not the case. You have to find your place in where you are, and it may be going on the outside. Now, when I tell you guys that, unfortunately, the hard facts of life, when you have anything business, or if you want to be taken seriously as a business professional or somebody who is doing something that is different from what others are doing in your family, it's going to be hard for you to set that precedent in who you are, who your transition is, and who you want to be acknowledged as or looked at as. Because people, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. A lot of people in your family or people that you know, even romantic partners, could kind of not put you down, but not able to see a different part of you or a different reality of you. Because the reality that they have of you is the safest reality that they feel in their mind, that they get to keep you around. If it's not a romantic partnership or friendship or cousins or brothers or sisters or moms and dads, sometimes they can only see you as little Cece, little Timmy, little Mikey, little Barbara from down the street who used to play Play-Doh with them. Or they watched you grow up, or they look at you from this person from high school or middle school or elementary school. They're not able to see you in the light of what you're trying to be. So sometimes when you do new business ventures or doing something that involves a business that you're doing, I don't know if it's involving social media where you have to put your things out there, but you don't have to allow people who are closest to you to kind of dumb down what you're doing like it's just like another thing. But another person who's doing the same thing you're doing is praised to high heaven and high hell. That's not fair. And you need to have people who doesn't know you. Let's be real. People who don't know you can give you the best honest opinion about you. They give you the best view. The people who don't know you give you the best business services. The most supportive people usually is people who don't know you. Okay. And you can't allow people to judge you from a certain point that is not your vision or not your artistry. People can only judge you on what you are producing as your artistry, not no mainstream. Okay, do this way, and I'm going to judge you on how I tell you to do it. No, make sure you're it doesn't matter what you guys are doing. If you're doing candles and everybody else is doing candles, but your candles are special because you're doing it. Okay? If you're doing music and everybody is doing music, special and different. If everybody's doing music, your music is special, your music is different too. Don't let nobody put any type of status or anything on your art. That's what's wrong with the world. Everybody has, okay, well, it's not like this, so it's not this. If it's not like so and so, if it don't sound like this, if it don't look like this, then it's not, no. And we have to trust who is being portrayed or being brought out. And it could be very hard because it's like you're fighting against what the normal is and you're going against the grain so much. The lane that you're in can feel very, very lonely. Like there's no one there to kind of push you up and kind of back you up. And you shouldn't have to reach out for people to back you up. People should be able to reach out to you. Hey, I see you doing this. How can I help you? I see you doing that. How can I help? Take a mental note. I wouldn't be a person who's like, well, you're not helping me. No, people know what they're doing. People know what they're not doing. And people know what they could do. Okay? There was an energy around you recently that is looking at you differently from word of mouth. Not from their experiences, but from word of mouth. And sometimes when people are emotionally entangled in another person's energy, their perception could be weird or off or kind of scattered. But you're going to run into that in what you're doing, your mission. You're going to run into hard times. I don't know of anybody who's ever tried to do something out of the norm to have it be easy. Like a easy route that they can just go walk right through with no problems, no bumps, no hiccups, no roadblocks. But how things are coming together, it may feel very chaotic or very like, okay, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how that's going to work, but I know I'm going to do this. Go for what you know you want to do, your intuition is going for. You guys are learning how to trust your intuition right now. It's very hard because your intuition could be giving you weird sensations of things that are happening. Trust that eerie feeling that you have, negativity or a fear. People have fear when they come around you. Fear either because they've said things about you that may not have been 100% accuracy, or they feel there's an energy about you that makes them nervous. And they can be like a battle or fight against your energy and not even know it, okay? There's also an energy around you that is really, really chaotic when it comes to communication. Their communication is very chaotic. I'm not sure why, but it's very brutal, very like to the point and almost like standoffish. Hey, I just always tell you guys, if you're able to think of any situation, whether it's romantic or friendship, as the next person that you're engaging with, talking to, having energy exchanges with, talking to, whatever, conversations, remember who people are to you, who we are. We have to go back to the realistic facts of the reality that we are in. The reality is that we're connected to every person that comes into our lives some type of way. People come into your life for a reason. And if you guys are having any issues, or you feel like anybody's having issues with you as a person or your growth, let them have their issues. You know, you're not here to make everybody happy and to make sure your growth is accommodating to them. Okay, that's not what you're here for. And if there's anybody who's giving you harsh or weird words or weird vibes from your growth, or just from who you are or how you are now, or you feel like animosity or weird type of playful negative, it feels like a very playful negative energy that you notice very, very well, but you're not doing anything about it. You're more like, okay, I know this energy is existing in this individual or people's, and I'm going to let them have that. But my energy is going to be going against the grain, and I don't really know if what I'm doing is shareable. Like, I don't need to share what I'm doing. It's between me and God, or me and my spirit team, and I don't need to share it. And that's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to tell, give, or share or give any type of information of what you're doing, especially if you have learned in the past it doesn't really do anything for you. Whatever energy this is that is like a weird, negative, happy, positive person, they're going to have to do a lot of healing work to get over or out of that. And you can't really do anything to assist them, even though we are always natural healers. You have to kind of let them do their own thing, give them their own space to think, to feel whatever they want to feel. And you are going to continue the actions that you need to continue to make sure your dream will manifest in the way that you want. Even if your dream feels, or your vision feels like it's so far away that you have no idea how it's going to happen, how is it going to come together? What do you have to do for it to happen? There are some dreams that, or visions that, whatever this is that you're doing, that has been shifted and switched a few times, it is only you. I think before you've had friends, family, partnerships, whatever, helping you with this, but the way you are, the people, how people get with your energy, very jealous, very malice, very like, I should do it too, you shouldn't do this, blah, 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 like dictating to the point of how you live your life. A lot of energies that you've had, there's a lot of energies that you've had in the past around you who is like that very projecting energy. Not so much telling you that's not around you now, but you know how to handle those energies better. And by you doing whatever you're doing, it is solo. It is like a solo gift, a solo venture, a solo vision, a solo thing that won't let you go, regardless of how many hiccups you got in it or with it. There's quite a few things that you should be able to handle, but it may be feeling very heavy on you right now because it is X, Y, and Z happening at the same time as other things. And it's really hard for you to maintain the balance of peacefulness and calmness when your mind is going crazy. When you wake up in the morning, or even when you go to sleep at night, of what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? What's going to happen? Finding your ways to calm yourself down is very, very important right now. Whatever that is to you, if it's going, taking a walk outside, if it's going to get your favorite meal, whatever that is, find what that is and have more of that, okay? Don't stop. I don't care if so-and-so or people are feeding you negativity every single day. Don't stop, because where you are now is a beautiful venture of where you're going to be. And even though it may not be an easy route or a clear map of what is going to happen or how it's going to happen, remember, is a reason for that uncertainty moment or feeling that you have right now is to open up something else that's new and different for you. And whatever that is going to help you have more peace of mind, and more peace of mind than what you've had, more safety than what you've had, and a clearer and more stable way to do things, and a more clearer and more stable vision of what is actually going to work for you, your family, and what would actually work for the generations coming after you. Okay? Once again, I hope this helps. My name is Candace. If you guys need to reach out to me or talk to me, you can email me as always. The email is going to be in the description box below. Much love once again. I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.